Hi, I'm Taylor Wells. Welcome to Best Life Ever. I'm so happy you're here. So, you might be wondering from the title of this video if it's about my husband, Philippe Wells. It is not about my husband, thank God. So I was teaching the 4:30 a.m. class this morning at Prana Power Yoga Newton. It's a 4:30 a.m. silent practice. It's super fun. Twinkle lights. You should come sometime. And one of my students was talking about how she walked in. She goes, "This is the best ever. I love this because it's dark out. Nobody's up. Blah blah." And she goes, "But my husband was a little upset about me coming." I go, "What does he care? He's asleep." And she said, "Oh, but last night he was like, this yoga, I'm not sure about this 4 a.m. You're not going to keep doing this, are you?" And so anyway, she told me a little bit more, and she said basically that she has kind of been in charge of the house stuff for many years, and he was kind of in charge of like going to work and that kind of a partnership thing going on, and more of a traditional, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably going to get emails about that, but and so anyway, so he hasn't been working for a couple years, and it's all confidential, so I'm not going to say anything else. But and she said that so he hasn't been working for a few years on purpose, but however, semicolon, however, comma, he's not helping with anything with the house or the kids, so he's not working, but he's not. And she said, you know, I love him, she said, but he's just so narcissistic. And I go, oh, so you really have 7 kids? Because she has 6 kids. She doesn't really, but I'm just covering her identity. She doesn't have 6. But, and so she said, what am I going to do about this? So first of all, thank you for all you do.
You're welcome.
We're a great partnership. But you could do more. No, I'm just kidding. But also, I think it's like a classic guy-girl thing too, and like kind of, I think it's tough for couples, you know, to kind of find the groove. And I also think she's been enabling him. I told her, I go, you've been enabling him for all these years. Like you know, she's like, I'm not a maid, and I was like, well, then don't do that. You know, you just. What do you think? I mean, what would your advice be as a guy? To her?
Yeah, I think it's tough to shift out of patterns into something new, you know. When you've got a lot of balls in the air, then, you know, people get good at stuff. I mean, people get good at whatever it is that they're doing, you know, paying the bills, washing the dishes, doing the laundry. And if the, you know, other person is not used to it, there's that hesitation, they don't really know what to do, it doesn't, you know, if it's the laundry, they're probably going to shrink something, or something's going to get messed up color-wise. So you know, it's the transition when things have been going well a certain way. It's kind of tough to shift, even though, you know, one thing might have shifted, like, you know, the job thing might have shifted, but then it still doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy to shift into something else. So I think it's often the case that it's an issue with both people, that, you know, someone, you know, in this case the wife wants more help from the husband, but maybe she's not quite willing to let go of control because the things that he's going to do then are not going to get done the exact same way, and it'll become clear how, you know, it's going to happen. At the start, there's just going to be transitional challenges. And then after a while, it's not going to be transitional challenges, but it's going to be done differently, you know, whatever it is, the bills, the dishes, the laundry. And I think that's, there's those 2 challenges. One is how do you manage the transition? And the other one is, okay, even once that's done, once that's over and things are moving smoothly, it's still going to be different. And people actually are kind of surprisingly controlling even about the small details in their lives, about how the windows get cleaned or how the dishes get stacked and stuff like that. So that can make it tough.
So good points. And also I think I think she needs to make a decision. This is what I'm doing, and just not waffle. And, you know, he needs to open his mind up a little bit to, you know, different roles or whatever. So I think he should come to yoga. I don't think that's going to happen, but have the best day ever. Namaste.